On any given day, 4 hours before tip-off, pre-game workouts have already begun, with players working up a sweat, a ritual they call activation.
So an activation is just a slow ramp up, CNS activation, so we get them, ramp up their nervous system, get some blood flow, and prepare the tissues for the stresses that they're about to be exposed to on the court. Being a professional in the NBA is very, very tough. It's one of the biggest reasons for that is the schedule. Our schedule, we play, 82, so your weeks are very compact. That being said, we like to make our high days high and low days low, and that kind of goes back to that stress standpoint. So on our high days, which are going to correlate with your game days, that's usually when we like to get some of those higher stressors, which can be an activational lift. Some of those lifts will be pre-game, post-game, depending on the individual, and that way we can kind of space out our stressors to get them a recovery day the next day. So it's not a high day with the game, a high day with the lift. It's high day with everything, low day, recover, maybe move a little bit just to get some blood flow, and then we have, with our schedule, usually another high day after that.
Activation is, where it starts. You have to, get loose, get warm, and activate the muscles in your body to go, compete at the highest level. So that's really probably the most important thing before a game is just trying to get yourself ready.
From player to player, every player has a different way to get into game mode. And for the king, that includes the king of pop. As the clock counts down, players get their final activation with stretches and individualized warm-ups before tip-off.
So with the band, we kind of just like to get guys moving in different planes of direction. We'll have them do accelerations forward, back pedals back, lateral squats, lateral push to base. That way we kind of get them moving in every plane that they're about to be exposed to out on the court. And then it also allows us to apply some resistance to increase that intensity in a small amount of space.
It will help me lock in mentally, just to kind of tell myself to get in that mode, to lock in and be intentional with my activation and my workouts.
Whether a starter or coming off the bench, each player has to stay mentally and physically ready. And for Jared Vanderbilt, that means an extended warm-up while the game's going on.
If he's not starting, he'll still do his pregame routine, out on the court, still do his activation there, and then we might even have heat pads and different other mechanisms to keep him warm while he's sitting on the bench. And sometimes we take him into the tunnel, do some warm-up activation drills.
It's mainly getting warm, getting my legs going. Sometimes sitting down for a while, you can get a little stiff. Most arenas are cold, so just kind of staying warm, staying activated, because you never know when you're going to get called to go in, but you always want to be prepared when you do get called.
That's a big part about being a pro is staying ready so you don't have to get ready. So some of these guys, even the end of the bench guys, we always tell them, stay loose, stay active, get with us, do some movement, so that way if, something happens and they do have to get thrown in, they're prepared.
Even when the game ends, for many Lakers, the workouts continue with a post-game routine that provides additional benefit and readies them for the next game.
Post-game lift is optimal for a guy that's playing anywhere, from 15 to 20 minutes. As soon as coach is done talking, they're still warm, they'll come in here and we'll get some really good work in. There we go. 3-piece. Get the ball going. Yes, sir.
It's just a good way to, kind of flush out your body, get good movements in and, really just start that recovery process.
That way we kind of get stronger as the season goes and we're at our best going into the postseason when it matters.
Let's go.